Hi folks, and welcome to this super exciting unboxing of Educational Insights Pyxel, a coder's best friend. So this is a robotic dog that you can code in either Blockly or Python, which is very exciting. And it was first unveiled at CES earlier this year. So I ordered this from Amazon.com and had it shipped over, even though it was for sale on Amazon UK, because crazily it was cheaper to do so. I saved £12. And if you decide to purchase this dog after watching this video, I will be much obliged if you use the link below to Amazon.com, as it helps the channel. So before I unbox this, let's have a quick look at the box. So I've got an example of the Blockly code there. Go forward 24 inches, wag on, eyes, happy, lights blue, shake. Code tricks, lights, sounds and more. We've got in a picture there, lights green, eyes love, forward, shake. So shakes, shake a paw. It's also got the dog saying purr, which is very peculiar seeing as it is a dog. And from the videos I've seen of this already, it sounds sort of like, to me, a cross between a purr and a horse snorting, which is very odd for a robotic dog. I've got another example of the Blockly programming there. Sit, lights, pink, all, eyes happy both, mouth surprise, shake, stand. Not seeing any inputs yet, only outputs. I know you're supposed to be able to use the touch sensor on the head as an input and the microphone that's on the head as an input. 2 coding languages, level up from basic to advanced coding, Blockly and Python. Use your electronic device to code hundreds of sequences. Recode new tricks, colours and sounds again and again. 30 plus codable tricks, and you can store up to 6 codes to activate tricks away from your device. And we've got a little example of the Python code there. From Pyxel, import Pyxel, and then we've got Pyxel wag, lights, eyes. Very interesting. Oh, look at that. Wag slowly for 10 seconds. I like this a lot. So without further ado, let's get this out of the box. Got a little bit of information about adjusting Pyxel if Pyxel isn't doing the shake command properly or is off balance or leaning. Got the charging lead there because it's got an inbuilt battery, rechargeable battery, and then we've got the little coding remote control thingy there. So we've got battery installation for the code activator. Takes 2 AAAs, and we've got our quick start guide. It's not very in-depth because there's lots of tutorial videos on YouTube put out by Educational Insights. And here's our Pyxel, quite dinky and quite heavy. It's got 2 driven wheels at the front, speakers there, on off here. Here's where we charge him. It's got his microphone here, and he's got an infrared emitter and receiver so he can detect objects, and he swivels in the middle here and his tail wags. So the first thing to do is to charge Pyxel. It takes 1 hour to charge him. The LED will flash red while it's charging, and it will go solid red when it's ready. And the LED is flashing red, so we're all good. So when we've got a solid red light, we can then slide the power switch to on. So we've got a solid light, so he's fully charged. So we'll slide his power switch onto on. So he's woken up okay. Then on your device, go to your Wi-Fi connection and look for Pyxel Pet Wi-Fi network. Click on Pyxel Pet to connect. So this is what it looked like in my iPad settings. So I clicked on Pyxel Pet, and then I got this prompt for a password. Input password 12345678. Open a web browser and type the following URL into your address bar: local.codewithpixel.com. The page may take up to 2 minutes to load. And this is what it looked like when it loaded in the browser. You will be prompted to secure Pyxel's network with a password. Must be at least 8 characters long. Pyxel will restart after password is created. On your device, go back to your Wi-Fi connection and look for Pyxel Pet Wi-Fi. Select it to connect. When prompted, enter your password. Return to browser and type the following URL into your address bar: local.codewithpixel.com. And it loaded with this home page. Welcome coder, let's get started. Follow the on-screen prompts for an overview of the interface, or take a tutorial on Blockly or Python. Now it's time to code. So I decided to take a tutorial with Blockly, so I opened the first tutorial that's called Getting Started. And it gave full simple instructions to create this little coding block by clicking on expressions and dragging and dropping the lights block, and using the drop down menu to choose green colour and all lights, then adding the sound block from the expressions, then adding an action block, wiggle butt. Then I clicked on send and Pyxel ran the program. So I can't send the code to Pyxel and film it because I use the iPad for sending the code and for filming. So I thought I'd send it to the code activator so that I could show you the code running on Pyxel. Because I presumed that this wouldn't have anything on it when it arrives. But I was wrong. So it seems that Pyxel comes with 6 routines that are already on the code activator. So if you press 1, it wags its tail and it spins round. If you press 2, it turns green and it sits and it's twitching its leg, and then it gets up. If you press 3, it turns yellow and it lifts its back leg and pees. If you press 4, it sequences through all its different coloured lights. If you press 5, it does this, which I'm not sure what that is. If you press 6, it turns red. This is quite cool. And then purple. I like that noise it made. It was quite menacing. So those are the 6 programmed routines it comes with. So you can replace those routines with your own routines. So what you do is, after you've completed your code, you then press send and it opens up this box. And what it says in the box is, I found very confusing. It says choose network name. All it means is give a name to your code. I don't know why they've called it network. That's totally confusing. So I called it tutorial 1 because it's the code that it gets you to write in tutorial 1. And after you've given it a name, you press save. And then it takes you to this page. So it says drag a code from the code stack to the button assignment column and drop it into any button slot. If there's already a code there, it will be replaced. The code activator will automatically save your assigned codes. Click clear to remove all button assignments. So if you click clear, it'll just put the factory settings back on. So the code that you've just saved will appear at the top of the code stack. And then you click on the code that you want to put on the code activator. So I clicked on tutorial 1, and then you drag it to the number that you want it to be assigned to on the code activator. So I dragged it over to number 1. So the factory code was chase, tail and bark. And once I dragged it over, that was replaced with tutorial 1. So now, when I press number 1 on the code activator, I can get Pyxel to run that code. So I'll press 1 now, and then it should run my code. And it has. It's got the green lights on all of its body. It's making the purr sound, and then it wiggles its butt and wags its tail. So Paul, what are your initial impressions of Pyxel?
Excited. The thing that struck me most was the layout on the screen. It looked very simple, and it was quite clear that you could code in Python or Blockly. And once you got the hang of how to get the code to the little device or send it straight to the dog. The activator, yeah. Or you can send it straight to the dog. Yeah, I really like the interface on the iPad. Of course, you can use it on the PC or perhaps an iPhone as well.
So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to work through all the tutorials for Blockly.
Yeah, it's a good idea to get familiarity with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Before you start coding yourself in Blockly and then eventually, most excitingly, Python.
Yes, but I think I'll go through all of the tutorials on Blockly. And then I think I'll have a look at the tutorials in Python.
Oh, right, you're going to go straight to the right, yeah. Okay, good idea, yeah.
So that'll be in the next video, folks. But this is all we've got time for in this video. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.